Okay, update time once again for the car. It's been a number of months since I uploaded that 11-second video. Then powertrain wise, the car's running great. There's nothing wrong with it. I brought it home after that night. Transmission's still fine. That was actually a junkyard transmission, by the way, that I threw into it. I have the good one still sitting right here. I had broken it at Woodburn. I broke the interlock plate that holds the shift rail up here, and somehow the little clip fell down to the bottom without exploding the transmission going through gears or anything. When I did look inside of it, it did have a worn 1-2 slider hub in second gear again, so I did replace those. Unfortunately, when I had fixed it the previous time, the actual slider hub that I bought ended up being an aftermarket one, not an OEM one, and it was made of some much softer metal. It was lighter when I weighed it versus an OEM one, so I sourced OEM parts, put it all back together. It's ready to go. I just need to put it back in the car. For those of you that don't know, this thing has got like bronze shift guides for the shift forks. It's got new synchros, bronze bushing in the shifter here, the little shifter block, and then it's got the steel input bearing retainer that I had to thread lock in. I got a video about that. That was dumb. And I think I actually have the piece that broke out of this stupid thing. So this little piece is supposed to be one piece, and it's at the top it's on the top cover and fell down. Got lucky. Also, just a little tidying up that I had done to the car. I took out all this intercooler piping bend and then ended up putting all of the intercooler piping in through the fender wells. So I had to get a little offset silicone coupler there, little S-bend pipe, goes down into the fender, 90-degree angle, down here to the intercooler, and off to the other side, and up, and through here. The next big venture is going to be wiring, because that's a mess. And then I also got rid of that nasty air filter, put on a nice big HPS unit. Apparently these are made by Green Filter. I don't know. Air filters and air filter. I just needed a bigger one. Also, a big thing that happened to the car recently. Let's see if I can get some video of it. I completely replaced the front suspension. So the old stuff was like worn out. Doing price analysis versus getting like stuff that would kind of fit, it just worked out better to keep my conies, keep the B springs, and then go with a BMR K-member that's meant for Fox bodies. And it also had the spring perches, obviously. I got the BMR Fox style control arms, and then I did have to get a new sway bar because the old one was too long, the way that the suspension was set up for SVOs. Then I ended up putting on 96 to 04 spindles, so I didn't have to run a bump steer kit. It actually does not have any bump steer right now. The engine mounts are from 23parts.com. These ones, they say they fit a UPR K-member, and they fit this one. The reason I couldn't use the old ones is because the part that actually mounts to the K-member is flat, as you can see here, but on the OEM K-member it's actually curved, so that bottom bolt and that part of the flange is actually curved, so the factory style ones wouldn't work. I did email them and say that these motor mounts will fit a BMR K-member because it didn't seem to adjust the motor position at all, so that was nice. And then also, one last little bit, in the junkyard, well, you can't see it here, I had found for like 70 bucks a set of Cobra brakes. You can kind of see them there, and 13-inch rotors to go with it. The car that they were on is like a V6 New Edge. It came also with the like braided steel brake lines, and then I just had to buy like one fitting, and then they just bolted right on. So I also had to get caster camber plates. I needed to do a final alignment with it, but I was able to get it kind of zeroed out, and it's gonna be hopefully a little bit faster, a little bit lighter, and just a better driving in the front end in the this next year. I'm gonna go do some drag racing, just driving around, car shows, all that fun stuff. So keep you guys updated.